Hello Year 5, this is Miss Aisha. This is a quick recap of our comprehension lesson that we took on the 23rd of March 2020. Please open your books to page 118 and 119 in your textbook. Animal Tales. Wombat Goes Walkabout by Michael Morpurgo tells of a young wombat who gets lost and is unable to find his mother. While looking for her, he meets some native Australians, both animals and a boy, all of whom believe they are superior to Wombat. The last one he meets is Koala. Superior means they think they are better than him. It was baking hot now, and Wombat shuffled into the shade of a great eucalyptus tree. He hoped his mother might be there, but she wasn't. "Who are you?" called Koala from way up in the tree above him. "I'm Wombat," said Wombat. "And what can you do?" "Not much. I dig a lot, and I think a lot." Wombat shuffled means he walked slowly, dragging his feet. This is because it was extremely hot. As you can see, the author used baking hot now to describe how hot it was. A eucalyptus tree is a type of tree which people use to get eucalyptus oil from. "That's nothing," laughed Koala. "I can doze, I can snooze, I can snore. Look at me." And very soon he was dozing and snoozing away high up in her eucalyptus tree. By now Wombat was very, very tired, so he lay down in the shade and sang himself to sleep. When Wombat woke up, he looked around for his mother, but she still wasn't there. "I know," he thought. "I'll climb the highest hill I can find. Surely I'll be able to see her then." So that's what he did. He climbed, and he climbed, and he climbed. To snooze and to doze means to take a short nap. Snoring is the sound you make when you go to sleep. Shade is when you are out of the sun. When he reached the top, he looked about him. Everywhere he looked, there were lots of cackling kookaburras, hopping wallabies, swinging possums, hunting boys, scampering emus, and dozing koalas. But no matter how hard he looked, he just couldn't see his mother anywhere. Remember, I showed you pictures of kookaburras and wallabies and possums and emus and koalas. They are all native Australian animals. But he did see something else. He saw smoke. He saw fire. It was leaping from tree to tree. It was coming straight towards him. Wombat thought hard, very hard. Suddenly he knew what to do. He ran down the hill as fast as he could and began to dig. He dug and he dug and he dug. Then Kookaburra came by, and wallaby, and possum, and emu, and boy, and koala. "Fire!" they all cried. "Run, run, you silly wombat! Fire, fire!" But Wombat just went on digging. "What are you doing?" they asked. "I'm digging," replied Wombat, "and I'm thinking too." "What are you thinking?" they cried. "I'm thinking that fire burns faster than you can run or fly or hop or swing, and I'm thinking that there's plenty of room down in my hole if you want to join me. We'll be quite safe." They took one look at all the crackling fire and all the billowing smoke. One look was all they needed. Question 1 says, write answers to these questions using the extract to help you. Find 3 examples of repetition. Repetition means where the author repeats the same word or the same meaning of a word several times. Examples of answers would be, I can doze, I can snooze, I can snore. He climbed and he climbed and he climbed. Wombat thought hard, very hard, and began to dig. He dug and he dug and he dug. Question A2 says find 2 examples of alliteration. Alliteration is when an author repeats the same sound in the sentence or the same letter. Examples would be shuffled into the shade, sh and sh, Highest hill, h and h. Question A3 says give 3 examples of short sentences. Possible answers are, but she wasn't. Not much. He saw smoke. He saw fire. Fire. Remember, the author uses short sentences to create suspense and tension in a story. Question B1 says look at the extract. Think of synonyms for the following words. The first word is cackling. Cackling is used to describe the bird in a story. Possible synonyms could be squawking or clucking. The second word means came by. When someone or something comes by, it means it came along, it came past, or it passed by. Now a hole, the animal dug a hole in the ground. Another word that could be used to replace hole is burrow, hideout, den, shelter, or cave. Question B2 says, what picture is the writer giving in lines 14 and 15 by repeating some words? He climbed and he climbed and he climbed. Here the author is trying to tell us that the event went on for some time, that it took a lot of effort. Okay, he didn't just climb the hill easily. It took him a lot of effort and a lot of time to get to the top of that hill. Question B3 says, read the last paragraph again. The writer is talking about the animals and the boy when he writes, one look was all they needed. All they needed to do what? Well, when they looked at the fire and they realized it was coming so quick and moving and spreading so fast, they just needed to look at it once to accept the offer to shelter from the fire in the hole that he had dug. Question 4 says, what moral is the writer teaching us in this story? First of all, this is an Aboriginal moral. It's telling us that you should not wander off, because in the beginning of the story he says that he can't find his mother, the wombat can't find his mother. Afterwards, the lesson we learn after that is that every animal has his own skill. You cannot think you're superior to other animals or other people. You cannot be big-headed about your own skills and think you are better than everyone else, because one day you might need the skills of other people. And in the story, Wombat's own skills of digging and thinking were not valued by others, but ended up saving their lives. Okay, that was great. Now, your task is to write a story from the viewpoint of an animal, which means you have to write it from the first person narrative. You are the animal. So you should include pronouns such as I and my. Make sure you research information about the animal first. What it looks like, what it eats, how it moves, and where it lives. Good luck, and I will see you on our next video. Bye!